The budget, as you're watching this, folks, the budget is behind us in terms of the proposal from the governor.
Right.
In fact, we are hanging on every moment here as he's about to present. But the word is out on it. It's going to be a lot of extra taxes. It is going to be some consolidation, certainly, and calling on the unions to do a lot in the way of give back.
I'm a little concerned, though, that from my point of view, that the spending side that curve hasn't been bent down. I mean, I think the overall cost of government is actually still going to go up over the next 2 years. Not drastically, but it is. It's going to go up by almost $1 billion in 2 years. I think that's the wrong direction. But again, I think we're early in the process. I think we need to look at the spending side of the balance sheet, and the consolidations. Okay, it's good proposing them, but when you really kind of drill down on the details, the numbers that we've seen so far suggest that the overall reduction in state workers is going to be in the several hundred, 150, 200. There's 45, 50,000 state workers, and no one wants to see folks lose their job, but this is the state government we're talking about, and we're in a world of hurt. We have to approach it from the spending side first. So,
what are the principal concerns? You have an interesting series of towns to go along with.
Yeah.
Affluent Fairfield County, no question, but people are feeling the hurt there too in these towns. Unemployment has struck pretty hard in Fairfield County as well as the rest of the state of Connecticut. What kind of feedback are you getting from folks there?
Well, it's the feedback you get from most of the folks in my towns and friends and neighbors, even outside of my district, is we've been cutting back, we've been tightening our belt, we've been spending less, making less for years and years now. I mean, this has been going on for years. How come that's not going on in Hartford? That's the main feedback. My business has had to lay off workers. People have had to work harder with less. We've made less money, in order to keep the operation going. Why isn't Hartford doing that? That's the main feedback that I think most people are getting. Most employers get it, and frankly, a lot of employees understand that you just can't keep going on the way we're going. So most of the feedback is, all right, I'm tightening my belt, I'm suffering, I'm doing what I need to do to make my family and my business weather the storm. How come the government's not doing it?
Heading in the right direction, and is there room for compromise, do you think, on the side of the governor and the Democrats?
Well, I mean, I think there's always room for compromise, but the compromise has to come from an appropriate starting point. I mean, you can't raise the level of spending, raise the level of spending, raise the level of spending, and say, all right, now we're willing to compromise. We're going to sort of freeze it right here. It's like, whoa, we've got to kind of reel this back in a year, 2 years, 3 years. Go back to 2008, 2009 spending levels. Look at those numbers. See how those fit in here. I mean, it's not that long ago, where the budget was a couple of $1 billion less. I think we can get there.